Hello, how are you all? Hope you all are doing well and safe at your home. Okay, so in the last three previous classes, we already discussed about the story, The Best Christmas Present in the World, that was written by Michael Morpurgo. Okay, well, so today onwards, we gonna start with our textbook. I know most of you have no English textbook, but I will upload the pages of textbook to you. Now, get ready. In the previous class, we learned about the characters Jim and Connie. And Jim was working as a military officer. And his beloved wife was waiting for him from the battlefield. Okay, so shall we start? Well, lesson 1, The Best Christmas Present in the World, that was written by Michael Morpurgo. I spotted it in a junk shop in Bridport, a roll-top desk. The man said it was early 19th century and oak. I spotted it in a junk shop in Bridport. So, this story was happening in Bridport. What is this Bridport? Yes, in England. This story was happening in England. And what do you mean by this junk shop? The things that we buy or sell in second hand. The second hand shop is called as junk shop. So, the author was standing on a junk shop and this story was happening in England, Bridport. A roll-top desk. This man said it was early 19th century and oak. So, the author saw a roll-top desk. The author saw a roll-top desk in the second-hand shop. That means a junk shop. Spotted means saw. He saw. The author saw a roll-top desk in that shop, and he was about to buy that. And the roll-top desk was also made with oak tree, oak wood. I had wanted one, but they were far too expensive. This one was in a bad condition, the roll-top in several pieces. One leg clumsily mended, scratch marks all down one side. It was going for very little money. So, actually the author was in a junk shop to buy a roll-top desk. In the previous class, I already told the meaning of the roll-top desk. Roll-top desk means a written table with so many drawers. So, actually the author needs a roll-top desk. Then he was in a junk shop to buy that. Then he saw one, but it was really in a bad condition. The roll-top desk condition is very bad. Scratch marks. Scratch marks means many burning marks are there in the roll-top desk and its legs was not clear. Its leg were because of the carelessness. The legs of that roll-top desk was not clear, not much clear. And the roll-top desk seems to be in several pieces. We can see the roll-top desk has several pieces. It was going for very little money. I thought I could restore it. It would be a risk, a challenge, but I had to have it. I paid the man and brought it back to my workroom at the back of the garage. I began work on it on Christmas Eve. So the author buys that from the junk shop. Actually, he was in need. He needed that roll-top desk. But the condition of roll-top desk was very bad. Everything was damaged. But the author was ready to buy that. By seeing its bad condition for a few little money, he buys that from the junk shop, from the shopkeeper. Then he planned that. He thought that he can work well and he can make that roll-top desk better. And he can put this roll-top desk in his garage. What do you mean by this garage? Garage means a workshop or a shed that we can do works there. So, he brought this roll-top desk to his garage and he thought that I can work it and make this roll-top desk better. So, he started working on the Christmas Eve. What do you mean by this Christmas Eve? Christmas Eve means the day before the Christmas. That means the 24th December. Actually, we used to celebrate Christmas on 25th, right? So Christmas Eve is known as before the day of Christmas. That means 24th. So he started working on the roll top desk. I removed the roll top completely and pulled out the drawers. The veneer had lifted almost everywhere. So first of all, the author removed all the drawers. Actually, roll top desk had many drawers, right? And firstly, he removed all the drawers and he also lifted the veneer. Veneer means the back part of that desk, roll top desk. He also removed that. It looked like water damage to me. Both fire and water had clearly taken their toll on this desk. That means actually the condition of this roll top desk was very bad. Actually, this roll top desk had faced many fire attacks as well as water. So the condition was very, very bad. The last dryer was struck fast. I tried all I could to ease it out gently. In the end, I used brute force. So he removed all the dryers from the desk, but one was struck. One was very forcefully struck though. So the other tried again and again to get the dryer, but he couldn't get. Then he tried by taking all his force. Brutally he just pulled out one of the dryer. Thus he got that. I tried all I could to ease it out gently. In the end, I used brute force. I struck it sharply with the side of my fist and the dryer flew open to reveal a shallow space. Underneath a secret dryer. There was something in there. So, forcefully he opened the dryer, right? I already told that. Forcefully the author opens the dryer. Then he found something in that dryer. And what was that? Yes, he found a small black colored tin box in the dryer. He saw a secret dryer and that was a secret dryer. And he also found a small tin box. There was something in there. I reached in and took out a small black tin box. Sellotaped to the top of it was a piece of light note paper and written on it in shaky handwriting, Jim's last letter. So, from that secret dryer, the author took out the tin box. He took out the tin box and he saw a letter. Letter was sticked up on that tin box with cello tape. And that box was cello tapped and he found a small note, small paper. This was the note that was on the tin box. Jim's last letter received January 25th, 1950. To be buried with me when the time comes. To be buried with me when the time comes. So this was the small note that was sticked on that tin box. I knew as I did it that it was wrong of me to open the box, but curiosity got the better of my scruples. It usually does. What is the meaning of the word scruples? Scruples means feelings that make you hesitate to do something wrong. So, out of curiosity, the author really get curious to reopen that tin box and he want to know what was inside this. And he got curious. He know actually the thing he was doing is wrong. It was doing wrong, but out of curiosity, he opens the tin box. Inside the box, there was an envelope. The address read, Mrs. Jim McPherson, 12 Copper Beeches, Bridport, Dorset. I took out the letter and unfolded it. It was written in pencil and dated at the top, December 26, 1914. So, in that tin box, he found an envelope. He found an envelope, and it was a letter that was written by Jim McPherson. That was written by Jim McPherson in December 26, 1914. December 26, 1914. He wrote this letter. Actually, Jim McPherson wrote this letter in December 26, 1914. And the address read, Mrs. Jim McPherson, 12 Copper Beeches, Bridport, Dorset. So, this was the address that was on the letter. So, this is the first part of the story. Okay, students, so that's all. Read the textbook 3 times. I will upload the pages for you. So, that's all. Thank you.